Guys, you ready?
Ich war kein Football-Cast, we're here to light the fire. Spitting facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that passion won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fade out. Light the torch, USC fans, rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
Welcome back to another live episode of the Light the Torch podcast. And today it is Iowa week and also homecoming week for the USC Trojans here. And so we did say that we were going to try to get an Iowa Hawkeye podcaster on, and we do. And so welcome to our guest, Tory. And I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher your last name, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But
no worries.
How are you doing today? And and the name of this podcast is 12 Saturdays. So if you guys are interested in Iowa Hawkeyes, definitely go ahead and check them out. They have a Twitter, they have Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So how are you doing today, Tory?
You know, still licking our wounds after that really epic battle against Oregon. I was there in person in freezing cold rain for 3 hours, and you know, Iowa punched in that touchdown right in the end zone where my son and I were sitting, and we thought it was one. The students were coming down, getting ready, and hat tip to Oregon, man. They made the key plays at the end, an amazing pass down the sideline. Their kicker had balls of steel and knocked it through, and we all went home cold and sad. But coming out to, well, it looks like it's going to be rainy in Los Angeles. That's kind of weird Saturday.
I think the last time we had a rain game was against Notre Dame, like almost 10 years ago. So.
True story. The coldest game I went to in 2009. The last game of the year was in Madison, Wisconsin. That wasn't it. It was the Orange Bowl at Miami. They had an unseasonable cold snap, and it was like 39 degrees and rainy. So crazy.
Well, that must have been a cool experience, though, for the Orange Bowl. All right. So definitely, we'll go ahead and start off with some basic questions about yourself. So how long have you been a Hawkeye fan? And tell us, like, your origin story.
My origin story is kind of interesting. I'm a lot older than all of you guys. I actually grew up in Madison, Wisconsin. Lived there until I was 16, was a big Badger fan. But I wanted to be a writer, and the University of Iowa has a great writing program, and I wanted also to not go to college in my hometown, so I ended up in Iowa City. That would have been 1990. So, yeah. So been a Hawkeye fan since the early 90s. Only two coaches in the whole time, Hayden Fry and Kirk Ferentz. And, you know, just fell in love with what the Hawkeyes had to offer. People don't remember, but Wisconsin was terrible in the 70s and 80s. And so I finally got to college. I'm like, hey, there's a college football team that doesn't suck, because I was going to the Rose Bowls and had Chuck Long and guys like that back then. And, yeah, been a Hawkeye fan ever since.
Nice. So do you ever, like, root for Wisconsin since you grew up a Wisconsin fan?
I root for Wisconsin hockey because Iowa doesn't have a team. But other than that, I mean, it's a great rivalry. The fan bases are super similar. You know, we're mostly a bunch of chubby, drunken, you know, Midwestern folks that like to drink in parking lots and watch football. So
fair enough. All right, B. Jones, do you got any questions for our guests?
Can you tell us about some of the traditions of Iowa football? Like, if we were to go to a game in Iowa City.
I know one of the biggest traditions.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the big one and it's relatively new. It's one of our newest traditions is the wave to the hospital that they do at the first quarter. USC will probably do something cool on the scoreboard. That's been kind of the thing they've been doing at away games lately. It's just really caught on across college football. That's great. One of my favorites is Hayden Fry was a psychology major, and he had the visiting locker room painted pink because it's supposed to be a very calming environment, and it makes you sedate and not as agitated and aggressive. They keep up that tradition to this day. So everything's pink: the toilets, the floors, the lockers, the whole 9 yards. It's pretty wild. I love that one. We sing "In Heaven There Is No Beer" after every victory. It's our victory polka. Those are probably my 3 favorites. And we play for great trophies. I mean, we play for a bronze pig, we play for a brass bull, and the Iowa State and Nebraska trophies aren't quite as exciting, but Iowa is one of those kind of old school Big Ten teams that's just kind of has a lot of old bitter rivalries and kind of quirky little weird traditions. The Wisconsin and Iowa team managers play for a rusty toolbox every year. So just all kinds of weird stuff like that. So if you want weird old timey Big Ten football, Iowa City is the right place for you.
All right. Guns, you got any questions?
Oh yeah, just my question is, what's your thoughts on your QB this year? Right, he's a transfer coming from South Dakota State, I believe. Just what's your thoughts so far this year?
Great question. It's so interesting because his numbers are not going to impress anybody. Maybe the rushing touchdowns. But the kid's a gamer. He's a big kid. He's, 6'3", 220, something like that. Not a super accurate passer, but he's got a big arm. He'll throw it around. But he runs. It's kind of like having a fullback at quarterback in some ways, with a little bit of wheels. And he's a gamer. He's won more games as a college football quarterback than anyone. I mean, he won, 2 national championships at South Dakota, a couple undefeated seasons there. He said it's been a tough adjustment for him to deal with 3 losses in one season. So gamer, I guess it's a cliche. It's kind of cheesy to say, but that's what he is. He's not going to wow you with his athleticism. He's a perfect fit for Iowa. He's a grinder,
Exactly.
He kind of reminds me of your guys' version of a Tim Tebow, I
I was
say.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah, a slower, less athletic Tim Tebow. I like him to be Haynes King over at Georgia Tech. That their games are similar, but he doesn't have the pass accuracy or the speed. But he'll come at you either running or throwing. I don't know if you watched the Iowa-Oregon game. He made some just beautiful throws in that last game-winning drive. So he's that kind of guy that when the game's on the line, he's going to make plays for you.
So when it comes to your coach, like, what makes you how has he lasted this long as the head coach for Iowa? Like, because that's very unheard of in today's football.
Well, for one thing, I think Iowa fan base is pretty patient. We had Hayden Fry for a long time. And the thing about Kirk Ferentz is that Iowa has maintained a good but not great for so long. Like, I mean, you can expect Iowa to win between 6 and 10 games almost every year. Once in a while, get to a big bowl, but they're never going to embarrass you. They're never going to get blown out. Usually, they're usually going to have a winning record. They usually do well against a rivalry. And, I think Coach Ferentz kind of fits in with the culture here. He's no nonsense. He doesn't blow smoke up your butt at all. He's kind of self-deprecating, likes to make jokes about himself. And so he's really ingratiated himself, I think, into the community as well. Iowa City can be a tough place to be a coach. It's such a fishbowl. I mean, it's like 100,000 people is all. And, you see that I was eating out at a restaurant the other night, and the basketball coach came in. And, of course, everybody's high-fiving him and saying, hey, what's going on? So it's that kind of place where you're going to be rubbing shoulders. And he's good at it. So rode through some scandals. We had the racial disparity problem. But one thing that I liked about the way he handled that is he stood up and said, we screwed up. We made mistakes and we're going to change it. We're going to fix it. You see so many of these college coaches with these giant egos just say, they won't take responsibility for things or they'll blame somebody else. And Kirk Ferentz doesn't do that. And you know what? That resonates with Iowans.
Yeah, definitely. And also, my last question is, if people were to go out to Iowa, where would be like a go-to place to eat?
Well, I will tell you, I believe it was either the New York Times or somebody named the Airliner Bar the #1 college bar in America. Iowa City is a sneaky little cool city with some pretty cool restaurants. My favorite place is this kind of dive bar called George's. And it's called George's Buffet, but they don't have a buffet. They make one thing. They make hamburgers and cheeseburgers. No fries. You could get chips with them. But you guys are too young to remember this. But their cheeseburgers there taste like McDonald's cheeseburgers tasted like in the 80s, like when they were still made with like good beef and like actual beef tallow fat. Like, and they're not special. Like I think they just run them through like a heater thing. But they're They're just like made perfectly. And good ice cold beer there. Big Grove Brewery is another great place that has a huge outdoor area, pretty good food, and they make some of the best microbrews in Iowa. So those are my top three: Airliner, George's, and Big Grove.
George's. I was just looking up the Airliner right now. That looks pretty good, actually. And,
yeah, they have pretty good pizza. They have like a deep dish and a thin crust pizza. And back in my day, in the 90s, they had 50-cent pints on Tuesday nights, and they had like Kugels on tap. So yeah, you just bring in your little Airliner pint and fill that sucker all night for 50 cents. Not a bad deal.
Yeah, I know Sioux City, like or at least Iowa's like kind of a underdog when it comes to like their pizza. Like I've had some pretty good pizza out in Iowa, actually. So
interesting. Well, where I live now, Davenport, Iowa, is called the Quad Cities, and look this up. Food and Wine actually wrote a story. We actually have a regional pizza variety called Quad City style pizza. That's very unique and very interesting. It's got a multi crust and like these weird crumbled, like spicy crumbled sausage, and they cut it in rectangles instead of triangles. So
Quad City?
Quad City style pizza. Yeah, it's an actual thing. You can even buy it in the grocery store frozen now.
Interesting.
It's the biggest place nobody's ever heard of.
All right, and if anyone's in the chat, definitely drop your questions for our fellow Iowa Hawkeye fan here. So we'll go ahead and start it off with what are your offensive keys to victory for Iowa?
You know, I think this is going to look a lot like the Oregon game did. It's going to be who can win in the trenches and who can get their run game going. Iowa did an okay job at that. The numbers didn't look good because they counted that safety that was like a muffed punt that went 55 yards back against the rushing yards. So they actually rushed for about 150 yards, 87 of it coming from RD1, Kamari Moulton, and about 25 from the quarterback position with Gronowski. So, you know, the key to Iowa is always running. The thing they're missing this year, last year they had Caleb Johnson, who's with the Pittsburgh Steelers now, and he was good to rip one 30, 50, or a touchdown once a game. Just, I mean, like clockwork, every single game. We don't have that this year. I honestly, if Caleb Johnson had been on the squad, I think Iowa might have beat Oregon. Because Kamari Moulton is a hell of a running back. He hits the hole. He knows the scheme, but he's not a game breaker. And the guys behind him are kind of young and inexperienced, and they haven't really flashed that either. I am scared to death of USC's running game. I mean, your dude that's averaging 8 yards a carry is the same amount of yards per carry the Oregon back had last year, and he tore us up 271 yards. So, yeah, it all comes down. I mean, it's so cliche to say with the Iowa game, but yeah, whoever's offensive line can be the maulers and open up the run game is going to win.
All right. And welcome, Raul. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being here, buddy.
Yeah,
And,
sorry about that, guys, for being late, but I appreciate you, Tory, for joining us. Appreciate you joining the pod.
No, my pleasure. We don't get to be super cosmopolitan out here in Iowa all the time. So.
All right, and then I'm sure you have a lot to say about this here, but the defensive keys to victory for Iowa.
I mean, yeah, repeating myself. I think, I can never pronounce tell me how you pronounce your quarterback's last name.
Mayava.
He doesn't really scare me that much with his arm. I mean, not that he's a bad passer, but I guess and play action worries me. But Iowa has to shore up their run defense. That is not like Iowa to give up over 150 yards, let alone 250. And if they don't get that cleaned up, USC is gonna have a pretty easy time putting some points on the board. So our linebacking crew is not what it was. Two NFL guys that are gone from last year. The new guy, we're kind of in this weird tween phase where the starters are like 5 and 6 year guys that aren't super great athletes, but they know the system. And the guys that are more of the fast twitch, really good athletes don't know the system well enough to start. So we're kind of stuck there. So, what Oregon did was got their offensive linemen out to the second level, confused the linebackers a little bit, and just, ripped off 5, 6, 7 yards a carry. And that's not a recipe for success for Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And real quick, Raul, do you have any questions for our fellow guests here? I've already asked about food, so you're on mute.
Some Iowa football traditions that you guys do or
Already asked that.
know of?
Yeah, we talked about the wave. We talked about the pink locker rooms. We talked about playing for a pig. We talked about the Hail Iowa. Yeah, I think I might have covered them all, Raul. I was hoping I could come up with one more. They used to play Hey Jude at the end of the third quarter every game, but they don't do that anymore. They come out to Back in Black, which is kind of cool because, we're in our all black uniforms at home. So that's kind of neat. And then they run the Niall Kinnick Heisman speech before every game, which is an interesting thing because it's actually kind of weirdly political that a lot of people don't know. But I won't nerd out and tell you guys about that. You can look it up.
You think our game should have a trophy, like a rivalry?
I'm still just getting used to you Pac-10 guys being in here, so I don't know if it deserves it yet. I will tell you that your damn band playing that song after the 2002 Orange Bowl that I went to, like I heard that in my nightmares for like a month. Like you really have to do it every 30 seconds. That's the one USC tradition that I am not a fan of. I'll just tell you.
Well,
we hear that from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Because you hear it so often.
That is true. When they're scoring touchdowns.
All right, and real quick here, give us who you feel like could be the MVP for both offense and defense, and also your final predictions and your score.
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of a guy that has gone a little under the radar is just an offensive piece. He's their great punt and kick returner, Caden Weegan, who you should be a little afraid of. But they've been getting him involved more in the offense. He had a terrible fumble against Oregon that was one of the costliest mistakes of the game. So I think he's going to be out for a little bit of redemption. So I would look out for him. He's my most likely candidate for an MVP. Tough kid, fast kid, cocky kid. Looks like just your typical little 5'11" Iowa white guy, but he will run past you, which is crazy. On defense, that has been kind of the problem this year is that we don't really have that defensive stopper like you really expect from Iowa. Like they're just solid across the board. I would look for TJ Hall. He's going to be probably against your big quarterback. I'm trying to remember his name.
Jeremiah.
Yes. He had a really good game against Oregon as well. Had perfect coverage on that game win. Setting up the game-winning field goal throw. He was using the sideline as a defender. He was between the quarterback and the ball. He didn't interfere, and man, they just dropped it into like a little 12-foot hole and beat him. So he's not quite a shutdown corner, but he's solid. So I'll go with TJ Hall on that side.
Oh, sorry. He's a cornerback, so he'll be going against Mekhi Lemon.
Okay.
Wide receiver. But we have a question for you from Anthony James. How do you feel about Iowa's record coming to the West Coast?
All right, you guys. I am over 50 years old, and I have not seen Iowa win in the Pacific time zone on an opponent's field in my lifetime. The last time Iowa won the Big Ten was 2004. And I went down to Tempe with my buddy and got tickets, and Iowa got steamrolled 44-7. It was like their second game of the season. They went on and beat Michigan, beat Ohio State, and beat Wisconsin that year and won the Big Ten. I mean, until I see it, I cannot predict a victory on the West Coast. I don't know what it is. And it was under Hayden Fry, too. We beat USC in that Holiday Bowl, but you guys know what bowl games are like. Guys opt out. What is everybody's motivation? You're not at their home stadium. It's not the same. So yeah, outside of a couple bowl wins out there, Iowa has just crapped the bed every time it's been in the Pacific time zone. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Not good.
All right. Well, then give us your final predictions along with the score.
I'm sticking to my guns. My podcast partner gets mad at me. Now, I think Iowa's going to have a lot of motivation in this game. Weirdly, I think the fact that they stayed at number 21 in the CFP poll still gives them just the faintest. I mean, things would have to go totally bonkers for them to get in at 3 losses, but it's not dead, right? And, you know, they, by all accounts, felt they let that game slip away last week, and they had it won. Just like they had Indiana beat. Iowa is 0-12 in its last 12 games against ranked opponents, but arguably has played the best against them in 5 years in this year with the close loss to the number 2 team in the country. And I don't know where Oregon's now. Are they top 5 yet or 7-ish, something like that?
I think they're 8.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess a lot of Iowa fans feel it. I felt that Iowa was going to beat Oregon and then go out and stumble at USC. So there's that little bit of me that's like, I really thought they were going to go 1-1 in this little pair of games. But again, until I see with my eyes an Iowa team not crap the bed in California or Arizona or Oregon or Washington, I can't pick them. So I think this is going to be weirdly high scoring. Iowa's offense, it looks bad still on paper and in numbers, but it actually performs better than it looks. They want to drag you into a phone booth and have a fight with you. So they're never going to put up numbers. You know, they held they held Indiana to I think 20 points. They held Oregon to 18 points. So they're going to try. But this game I think is going to look a little more like the Iowa Rutgers game did. I'm not super sold on the USC defense. I think they are talented. I think they're good, but I feel like they lose attention span every once in a while. Just kind of feel like they're sleepwalking a little bit there every once in a while. And Iowa will jump on that and it will take advantage of that. So I'm thinking right now something like 31-27 with USC coming out on top is my prediction.
All right, Tory, I got to ask you, because you said that, do you trust Iowa in a shootout against USC?
No, absolutely not. Iowa does not belong in a shootout. Iowa belongs in a pig pen wrestling down in the mud. That's what Iowa does best.
All right. Okay. Any last words before we let you go, Tory?
I guess my question for you guys is, how are you liking the new Big Ten so far? And B, I guess I'm curious how you guys are feeling about your record and where you stand. I feel like you guys are, you know, being a name brand blue blood. No one's really talking about you guys.
I think it's intentional.
Yeah.
We get a lot of hate. Like in my opinion, I feel like Jaden might should at least be in the conversation of Heisman, but you know, Lincoln just won a Heisman, so they don't want to. They're not very quick to have him win another one. We have the number 1 recruiting class, and then all of a sudden you hear some bogus rumors about Lincoln Riley planning to leave, right? Because who's number 2? Georgia, an SEC. So the propagandists out there making everyone trying to knock us off our high horse. But our trajectory is going up. As far as Lincoln Riley goes, we're not concerned about that. We love him here. You know, some fans are pretty split on it, but we absolutely love him here. The trajectory of this program is going up, and we're looking closer to getting back to where we were than ever, since we got there. So,
yeah. See, personally, like being in the Big Ten, I'm enjoying it. Besides the refereeing portion of it.
Welcome to the club, man.
Yeah, I thought we were getting away from that when we left the Pac-12, because Pac-12 was notorious for bad refereeing, but like I think they were just more incompetent. Like I think the Big Ten refs are just they just make up their own rules. So that kind of throws me off. But other than that, like I'm being in Minnesota, it's nice for me. I can go to a lot of the games that when they come out here. But I know some of the other fans don't like it because of how early some of the games are can be or whatever. But other than that, like I think it's nice to have that more of being in a conference that's more respected than the Pac-12 was at all. And the Pac-12 did us no good when it came to scheduling. They always kind of screwed us over. So I think it's better being in the Big Ten as a conference. So,
Yeah, for me, I would say love the money part, right? Obviously, right? There's more money that we're getting than the Pac-12. Not a big fan of the travel, but I like the matchups, right? You get the Michigans, Iowas, you get Ohio States, Penn State's. Like I think that's cool to see, and just kind of building those new rivalries, quote unquote. And in terms of the season, I mean, me personally, I predicted 93. So I mean that's still there. We can even do a little bit better than 93. So I think, yeah, like you said, most of the media is not talking about us. I prefer that. I don't want people talking about us. I want us flying under the radar as much as possible. And yeah.
what about you all?
Or for me, I'll be completely honest. Not a huge fan of the move. I like the traditions with the Pac-10. So if we could have kept that, or if USC would go independent, that would be my ideal choice. And then schedule, the top guys from the Big Ten, keeping that Rose Bowl, tradition. In terms of getting more exposure, obviously the Big Ten was being run a lot better than the Pac-12 was. So in that regards, it's positive. But if we can go back to the previous way, I would rather do that myself.
Raul, I respect that, because I'd like to go back to the old bowl system. So, but I love that. The thing now is, like, if you don't finish number one, your season sucked. I kind of liked it back in the day when, you had regional matchups that you didn't see all the time. And you go 9-3 and you beat somebody from the SEC or the Pac-10 in a bowl, Big 12 in a bowl game. A damn good season. Now it's like, you don't make the playoffs. You're just, why did you even bother? I miss that. But again, I'm old.
Well, and that's also what made college football great, was the tradition and all that stuff. Like, it's completely different from the NFL, but now it's turning into NFL-ish. So it definitely kind of loses its glory, and saying why we enjoy college football as much as we did. Because like what Raul said, like the pageantry of the Rose Bowl and the top Big Ten, the top Big 12, the Pac-12 teams, that was always fun. Like, it was always something to watch, look forward to. But
I keep calling it the Pac-10, don't I? See, I am old, guys. My apologies.
It's okay. It was nice when we didn't have those other two teams join the Pac-12 too. It is what it is. But other than that, any last words for our guest here before we let him go have the rest of his night?
Just where can we find you, Tory, for those that are interested in?
Yeah, our podcast is called 12 Saturdays 2.0. It's on all the platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all of that, with my co-host Joel Krausauer, who is an actual college official and former college football coach at the NAIA level. So he's the football smart one. So you guys got kind of hosed tonight. I'm the funny one. So and we're on Twitter, although we don't do a lot on Twitter anymore. But yeah, 12 Saturdays. Look for us.
All right. Well, we really appreciate it. And I think we have one more question here for you. How do you feel about the game not being televised nationally, but being on the Big Ten Network? CBS chose instead to televise Michigan Michigan State and Penn State.
Yeah, you know what? You're breaking that news for me, so that's interesting. Full disclosure, I kind of love the Big Ten Network. I've all had it since the beginning, so I'm used to it. So that happens sometimes. But yeah, this is a much better game than Michigan State, Penn State. And what's weird is Iowa's been drawing huge numbers. The Iowa-Oregon game was one of the most watched this season, as was the Iowa-Indiana game. So yeah, that's kind of when you guys are a name brand too. So yeah, no, I think we should be justifiably outraged.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty upset about it. But.
Do you guys get Big Ten out there now on most of your cable or you all on YouTube TV and stuff? I am, so.
Yep.
Yeah. I actually had to get Comcast so I could actually watch the Big Ten networks. It sucks. what it is.
You
But,
think it sucks? Try the BTN Plus app, which I still pay
Oh,
$80
God.
a month for
That is
some reason because
awful.
I like women's basketball because we're actually really freaking good at that.
No.
That's going to be good this year too. USC Iowa women's
Yes.
basketball. Look
Oh,
out
yeah.
for that.
Well, that's
So,
Absolutely.
one.
we got a couple new 5-stars coming in, some freshmen. So
Yep, and we need to, yeah.
that'll be fun.
But I went ahead and put their Spotify link in there, and you know what? I'll put the Apple one in there too. So if you guys want to go ahead and give them a subscribe or a follow, whatever it is on Spotify and Apple, definitely go and check them out. And but yeah, we really appreciate you,
One last
Tory.
thing, Tory, before I do let you go. Do you find Oregon fans annoying as hell?
The fans I met were all they were kind of nerdy and weird, but nice. But did you all see their players run over to our South
I did see
and
that.
just act like assholes? And then I don't know if I can say that. And then we threw
That's fine.
beer cans at them and all that. Like it was.
Yep.
I mean, you know how we sat in freezing cold rain for 3 hours and had our hearts ripped out. You really are that classless to go talk to like old people and kids? Like, go celebrate with your team, you losers. So, no, I lost a lot of respect for Dan Lanning and the Oregon Ducks after that game. That was pathetic.
No, we hate Oregon with a passion. Like at some point, like we're kind of hating them more than Notre Dame. I think. But,
You know, they're kind of like, I don't know, they're
it's just
kind of
because
like
they've done
Penn
nothing.
State. They're not that great. Yeah, exactly. Like,
It's
what
like they've never done anything, and they still talk.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
No, it's funny you mentioned that because my son was complaining. He's like, "What? Oregon comes in here and they act like they're USC." See, we actually put some respect on
I
you guys.
love
Go
that.
win Rose Bowls. Like, come on, win national
Trying to
championships.
give me-
But Oregon are just posers, man. So we could share that.
Thank you. Everyone in the
Appreciate
chat,
that.
really go ahead and subscribe to them on Spotify and Apple. Like
Right, yeah.
that.
You deserve that one.
That was great. But yeah, we really appreciate your time, Tori, and
Sure.
enjoy the game, however the outcome is. But we really
Yeah.
appreciate you being on here. Okay.
Well, hey, good luck. And if any of you guys are going, bring your umbrellas. It sounds like it's going to be raining.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing about LA weather, man. It could say it's raining, and we might not even see rain at all.
Yeah, I can see it. All right, fellas. Thanks a lot for having me.
All right. See ya. Oh, sorry,
Yes, sir.
guys. My bad. I was
Oh,
trying to
good.
get out of here, but all right. So that was Tori with the 12 Saturday podcast. Really appreciate him being on here, and really appreciate his honest opinion about the team that we don't speak of at this point right now. So let's go ahead and get into our show here. So we're going to go into our first quarter of the offensive keys to victory for USC. We'll start with B. Jones. Go ahead and give us your keys to victory.
Keys to victory. We know they have a great defense, man. They're good at stopping the run, good in the passing game as well. So nothing's going to come easy. We're going to have to fight for this one. But I think we can exploit them using our tight ends because they're going to be playing a lot of 4 tight. You know, be leaving them up open over the middle and in the flats, man. So yeah, the linebackers they're not bad. They're not bad, but they're not very athletic. You know, I think we really can exploit that as well. So keys to victory, of course, we have to establish a run game, and then we should be able to take our shots as well.
All right, Guns.
Oh yeah, for me, for offense, just turnovers. Can't give the ball away. Can't give them more opportunities than they should on the offensive side, and then just continue to stay balanced.
Exactly. All right, roll.
Agree with what B. Jones said, which is establish the run. If we do that, I think Iowa could have a balanced attack. Distributing the ball across our wide receivers, tight ends, and then letting King Miller and B-Jack do their thing. If we do that, I think it'll be a pretty successful Saturday for us.
Yeah, exactly. Echoing the same exact thing. If we can get that run going, then Mackay and Jacoby Lane are going to be open because they're going to be stacked in the box. I'm pretty confident in our offensive line. I think we had General Reed. He was dressed or he was practicing, correct?
Yeah, he should be good. He should be good because he went back into the game last week, if I'm not mistaken.
So,
Who? Reed?
General,
Reed.
He did not. He did not go back in.
He did it?
No, he did not. No.
But has he been practicing?
Well, yeah, he's practicing, so that's good to see. His ankle's all taped up, so we'll see. I mean, we got O'Connor, right? O'Connor's available, so we'll see what happens.
All right. But yeah, definitely just establish the run, and then that'll open up the pass and let Jaden Mayama click at that point. All right. Any last words for offense before we move on to the defensive keys? All right, let's move on to defense here. Ro, give us your defensive keys.
I mean, the number one thing is we got to stop the run, or at least minimize it. We just have to. They don't really have a passing game, in my opinion. It's going to be raining on Saturday more than likely. I know B. Jones said that they say it's going to rain, which most of the time that's true. When they say it's going to rain, it doesn't rain, but it really does look like it'll rain this weekend. So, we do have to stack the box and, minimize that run game.
All right, Guns?
Yeah, for me, force Iowa to throw, right? Stack the box, contain the quarterback on the run plays. If we can do those two things, we'll be able to force Iowa to throw and put us in favorable position. Again, this is similar to the Northwestern game. So, bend, no break kind of type of style, essentially. And that would be my keys.
All right. B. Jones?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the consensus, man. Stack the box, and shut down the run. Their passing game wasn't great. So I would also like to see us use our athletes on the outside as well. So, yeah, man, this is going to be a hard fought one, man. It's going to be a phone booth battle, in the rainy conditions. So I'm pretty excited, man. We get to prove a lot of people wrong this game.
Yeah.
Once again.
All right. So for me, stay disciplined, stay eye disciplined, because we know that he's gonna try to pull the ball and tuck it and run. So the edge needs to set the corner and make sure that he does not get outside of them. Don't bite in on the run. And yeah, if we can do that, if we can keep them within the box and not bounce out, I think we have a good chance of forcing them into some passing situations, and that's when I think our corners, who have been playing a lot better, Brandon Conley, DeCarlos, Marcellus, they've all been playing really well, and I think we were hoping that Marcellus would get a pick. I think someone predicted that, but hopefully we can force them into some mistakes and get some good early turnovers for them. So, all right. Anything else you guys want to talk about for the defensive side before we get on to the halftime? Actually, we do have a halftime situation here. All right. We'll go ahead and get into halftime here. Recruiting here, but with Guns. But I have the notes here. But anything before you talk about, or before I mention off the people that are visiting? Do we have any recruiting updates, Guns?
Yeah, just one update before the visitors. Honor Johnson, can't say his full Filet Johnson. Again, a big time safety out of San Diego area. We're in a great spot for him. We received multiple predictions throughout this week for him, and it sounds like we're definitely in the lead for his services. So looking forward, to seeing how his recruitment continues and hopefully get his verbal commitment.
All right. Before we move on to the halftime here, do you think we'll be spying the quarterback, guys? Who do you think is going to be spying him?
Yeah, I would say Gentry would probably be our spire. At least that's my opinion. But we got to set the edges and contain it, right? And we don't want to over pursue on the edges as well and let him get outside the pocket. Again, most of his runs are mostly up the middle, but still, we definitely want to make sure we contain the edges.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to sticking with the recruiting portion of the halftime, we do have a majority of, at least of our class that's going to be showing up. We do have a lot of the locals and also the out-of-state players going to be on campus. So Sean Alston, 26 from running back. We all actually, I shouldn't. I don't need to say their positions because everyone should know who they are, except for maybe some of the people that for the 2027 class is going to be here. So we're going to have Sean Alston, Luke Weaver, Tron Baker, Camden Smith, Josiah Jefferson, who is a newly committed to USC. He's a JUCO tight end, so I will mention that. Mark Bowman, Jamian Winfield, Luke Wafel, Andrew Williams, Talanoa Ely, Sean Scott, Albert Hill, also Albert Hill, Jaden Upshaw. Okay, so this is going into the 2027 class. So these are future recruits. Jaden Upshaw, a wide receiver out of Georgia. Quentin Hale, wide receiver out of California. Domani Warren, wide receiver out of Nevada. Caden Henderson, linebacker out of Florida. Rolando Jefferson, the fourth wide receiver out of California. Phoenix Evans, this is a 2028 DB out of New Jersey. Kayron Prime Williams, a DB out of California. And then also some local commits that are some other local commits that are going to be here is, of course, what is called the lockdown corners of Madden Reardon and Brandon Lockhart. And then, of course, the enforcer up front, Tom Tapui. He's always on campus, so not surprised that he's going to be here. Samote Katawanga and others will also be in attendance. And I'm assuming it's the other ones that I just mentioned here. This is just some notes from, I'm assuming, Scott Schrader. Guns. Were these notes from Scott?
Yeah, I just want to highlight three guys: Quentin Hale, wide receiver, California; Damani Warren, right, the wide receiver from Nevada; and then Caden Henderson. The two wide receivers; those are, I would say, our top targets. They've been visiting a lot in the past. In regards to Caden Henderson, this is somebody that is a big-time linebacker. Great to see him be able to come to the West Coast and see a game. So for us to kind of get that recruitment going, I think is a big sign. So hopefully, we continue to see gains and whatever I'm trying to say for this recruitment in the future. So,
all right. And before we move on here, as you can see in the upper left corner, there is a QR code that is for the chain. So if you do want to snag yourself a chain, I know it's mid-season basically at this point, but if you want to snag yourself a chain, go ahead and scan that QR code. And also, something that we haven't really talked too much about, but we've been kind of stagnant when it comes to our subscribers at this point. We're at 1,295 subscribers. Let's get us over 1,300 subs. So if you're not seeing it says subscribed underneath the video, definitely go ahead and make sure it's subscribed at that point. We really appreciate all the support. This is a free show, and we just really appreciate everyone's support for this channel. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the third quarter here. Final thoughts and score predictions, and we'll also add in MVPs for this. So we'll go ahead and start with Guns. Give us your final thoughts and predictions and MVPs.
Yeah, so obviously my first thought is hopefully, the weather isn't so bad with this game, right? I hope crossing our fingers with that one. But don't let special teams become a weapon for Iowa.
Right.
And I really mean, in terms of the return game, right? Kickoff returns, punt returns. On the kickoff, let's kick it in the end zone. Punt returns, let's kick it towards the sidelines. So like things like that, we definitely need to make sure that that's a focus for this game. And then my prediction is 31-20 Trojans, obviously. And MVPs, gotta go Makai Lemon. I definitely think we can do some things in the slot. Defense, we're gonna go Ramsey. Ramsey's gonna get a pick this game.
All right, and I'm sure I probably sound a lot better now. So I really
Yes.
appreciate the guys telling me that. I sound like I'm in a phone booth. I should have listened to Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. If you're still here, I should have listened to you. Yes, he says I sound like I'm broadcasting from a bathroom. But now I'm not in the bathroom anymore, so now you guys can hear me. And real quick before I ask Raul here, but Fight on Natty says that recruit, Khalil Terry, is a 4-star now that he committed to Notre Dame. Most likely they're going to give him a 5th star, but if he happens to flip and commit to SC, guaranteed he becomes a 3-star. Yeah, and I guess I kind of want to bring up his whole his little blunder on the microphone saying "fight on" before he signed off, which is kind of funny. And I don't get how some of the Notre Dame fans are kind of not throwing up red flags because of that. But
Yeah, that was his heart talking. That's all.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting situation. And obviously, if you're following this recruitment, he was supposed to be a Trojan. It kind of sounds like the staff was just slow playing it, given the fact with Honor Johnson, the safety out of California, and Gavin Williams as well, California kid. So it looks like we're only bringing 2 safeties. So I think that's kind of why we were slow playing it, and it sounded like the staff kind of gave him the thumbs up to look elsewhere. But hey, if we miss out on one of those 2 guys, right? I mean, and the fact they said fight on, I think is a great sign that we can easily get back involved and flip them. So
yeah. I was going to bring up the video, but I'm not going to do that to the kids. It was a slip of the tongue, and I'm sure he apologized probably to Marcus
everyone.
for that. So, no fault to him. So, but yeah, hey, if somehow we decide to double back, you never know. But yep. So, moving on here. Final thoughts, Raul. Give us your thoughts, predictions, and MVP.
I mean, the final thoughts, I think that USC is going to win the game. Even if the weather's not ideal for us, I think we'll find a way to win. We definitely play a lot better at home. And, I think the crowd, I need you guys to show up, man. I'm going to be out there. Brandon's going to be out there, man. He's taking his little kid out there, so there's no excuses. I don't care if it's raining, pouring. Show it to the game, guys.
Well, for that, then, since you're going to the game, AZ Guido says, who's going to the game? Where's the meetup spots?
Well, go ahead.
Hit us up on X, Guido. We'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll let you know for sure. Just let us know you're there, and we'll meet you there.
Also, look for Paul's tailgate. He always has the parents of players there, so definitely check his out if you haven't been there yet. He says, I'll be coming there from AZ, rain, snow, or shine. Nice.
There you go.
And that's the spirit, man. So, like, whoever's out here and complains, I need you guys to be out there. I need you to do your part.
It's homecoming too, so we gotta show up for a homecoming.
Yeah, and then before I continue, I gotta give a shout out to the students this year. They've been packing that student section for the most part. Almost every game has been up to the top. So I know I've given them a hard time in the past, but they're actually doing their part this year.
All right, and I'm sorry, did you give a score prediction?
Not yet. Score prediction, I'm going to go 34-24.
Okay. All right, B. Jones.
And hold on. I haven't said my MVPs.
Oh, you just
Hold on, Black Chan. Offensive MVP, I'm going to go with Mr. Jaden Mayava. I haven't given him the MVP in a while. So
what do you mean in a while?
I didn't pick him last game.
Oh, last game, but the game before that, no.
The game before that, I did. But I'm going to go with Mr. Jaden Mayava for offensive MVP. And then defensive, I'm going to go with Cameron Crawford.
All right. And AZ, I put the Instagram for B Jones in the chat here, so definitely hit him up. So B Jones, check your IG then. All right, B. Jones now.
All right. So, final thoughts is we're gonna win, like I always say. So my score is gonna be 24-17 MVPs. I'm gonna say Bishop Fitzgerald on defense, and offense. Give me. I think I'm gonna go safe, man, and you know what? No, I'm gonna go Jacoby.
Okay. What was your safe pick then? Okay. Okay. Fair enough. All right. And let's see. For me, I'm saying the score is going to be. I actually think it's I think 38-27, like the same score from last week, possibly. 38-27, 38-24, somewhere in that ballpark. I could see that being the score. MVP for defense, I'm going to give it to Desmond. He's gonna be tasked with stopping, stepping up, filling the gaps. It could be either Jaden as well. Like whoever is going to be the focus on the running back at this point, I think is going to be the MVP. And for offense, I'm going to give it to King Miller. Like I don't think we've ever really given it or did anyone choose King last week?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so
Looks like B. Jones might have.
I think I did.
don't give him.
I can hear him now. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to King. And like I just feel like this is going to be another 100-yard game for him, and it's going to really solidify. What's the award that he got nominated for? Does anyone know the name of that one?
Don't know the exact name, but basically it's the walk-on award, I believe.
Yeah, and he's the only one that's actually still a walk-on because everyone else has been given a scholarship. Yeah, so he'll definitely get that. And from what I understand, he probably doesn't technically need it because his family's fairly well off. But either way, the kid definitely deserves it, and he's going to get it when it opens up for him next year. Same with his brother. But yeah. All right. Any last words before we move on to Raul's favorite segment?
It's not my favorite. I mean, that's your mom, right?
Yep.
Put some friendly steak on the line. Tell them, hey, if USC wins, I get to get a whole day off paid.
Right.
or if and when USC wins, he has to put on one of your jerseys, and then if Iowa wins, then you have to put on an Iowa jersey or something. I don't know, but that's not going to happen. So, and, our boy B. Jenks, he must be happy with you, B. Jones.
Yeah. I figured he would be.
Fight on Natty says B. Jack's breakout has a big game, so he thinks B. Jack's going to be breaking out, and Miller is going to attract too much attention. Well, yeah, I think this could be a big game for him too, because like what you're saying, but hopefully he's fully healthy and he can really start pounding that rock here. But all right, let's go ahead and get into that fourth quarter here. Guns, go ahead, and I have to play it safe this one. I'm playing this whole prediction, so don't be surprised. Maybe I might throw in a surprise here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you three have to start risking some picks because the guy in the lead, that's me. I don't really have to risk the bets or the picks, I should say. But yes, yours truly is first. Raul's in second. B. Jones is in third, and BC is in the last.
How many games are you?
I'm up by 7. Yeah, so I'm up by
You're
7.
Up by 7?
Yeah. Yes. It's. Yep, up by 7. Yours and B. Jones's difference is 9, and then B. Jones's BC is only by 2. So the last place is still close, people.
Wait, so I have a 9-game lead on B. Jones.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. On the third
You have a
place.
16 game
What?
That means I have a 16. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
So then
sir.
he
Yes,
has-
sir.
So Raul
sir.
has an 11 game victory over me. Damn.
Yes, correct. That's correct. Yeah.
I'm definitely
yes.
keeping it safe this time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
I need to
sir.
rack up those wins.
All right, well, let's get into it. So, first game here is Friday. Minnesota at Oregon. Anybody going to pick Minnesota?
No,
You're from Minnesota, Blackiechainz.
No.
I ain't do it.
No.
Raul,
You do it, Raul.
If you do it, I'll go Minnesota, and then everybody's following up.
No.
Okay, then.
You
Loser.
really confident
Loser.
since you're got a slight lead right now.
All right. Next game here is Wisconsin at Indiana. Anybody going to pick Wisconsin?
No.
Okay. All right. Next game here is Michigan at Northwestern. Anybody going to pick Northwestern?
Michigan. What's the spread?
11 and a half. Yeah. It's kind of like Michigan is on the road. So,
I can't.
okay. All right. No worries. All right. Next one here is a good one. Penn State at Michigan State. Penn State is the favorite on the road. I have Penn State. BC, who do you have?
Penn State.
All right. B. Jones?
Same.
All right. And Raul?
Same.
All right. Perfect. All right. Next one here is Maryland at Illinois. Illinois is the favorite. Anybody going to pick Maryland? Spread's 14 and a half.
Nope.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I wanted to ask. All right. Next one here is Purdue at Washington. Washington's the favorite by 15 and a half. Anybody going to pick Purdue?
Nope.
Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah, pretty much these Big Ten games are solidified. And then lastly, UCLA at Ohio State. Anybody going to pick Little Brothers?
Nope.
All right. All right. Well, that was the Big Ten. Let's get into the non-Big Ten games, which are the juicy ones as always. First one here is Clemson at Louisville. Louisville is the favorite. I got Louisville. B. Jones, who you got?
Ooh, this would be a one to pick up upset, BC.
Shut up.
Bro, you too, man. But no, I'm gonna go with the Fighting Miller Mosses, man. Let's go a little bit.
All right. DC.
Yeah, Louisville.
All right. And Raul.
I'm going Clemson.
Good.
Clemson. Okay.
They've screwed me over plenty of times, so let them screw you over now.
They haven't.
Okay.
They've
got
had my
screwed
back.
over.
So
They got screwed over too. You know,
Do it, B. Jones.
guys, don't be surprised if I hit you up tomorrow.
But you only get one.
Hey, after the
That's
injury,
true. That's true. Yes. All right. Next one here is Utah State at UNLV. UNLV is the favorite. Got to go with UNLV. BC, who you got?
Wait, where is it at?
At UNLV in Vegas.
Last chance to you.
All right. BC? Or B. Jones, sorry.
same.
All right. And Raul.
UNLV.
All right. Perfect. Next one here is Arizona at Cincinnati. Cincinnati is the favorite. Got to go with Cincinnati here for this game. B. Jones, who you like?
Yep, I'm going Cincinnati too. Oh, and
All
guys,
right.
don't feel bad about calling me BC. He's done it himself.
Sorry. BC, who do you like?
Cincinnati.
All right. And Raul.
Yeah, I got Cincy as well.
All right. Perfect. Next one here is Arkansas at LSU. LSU is the favorite. Got to go with LSU here. BC, who do you like?
LSU.
B. Jones, who do you like?
LSU.
And Raul.
LSU.
Okay. All right. Next game here is Oklahoma at Alabama. Alabama is the favorite. Got to go with Bama here. B. Jones, who do you like?
Same.
Okay. BC
Bama.
and Raul.
Yeah, Bama.
God damn
Okay.
it, people.
Yeah, all right, this is an interesting. I think this is going to be a good one. Virginia at Duke. Duke is the favorite. I got to go with Duke here with this game. BC, who do you like?
I want to go last. B. Jones is up next. I'm going last.
Oh, you going last this one? Okay.
Yes.
All right, B. Jones, what you want?
I've been picking against Duke all year, man. It's been biting me in the butt, so I'm gonna go with Duke.
Okay. Raul.
I got Duke as well.
Okay. BC, who you got?
Just gonna go Duke. I don't know why he wanted to go wait till last.
Didn't Virginia just lose last week? Yeah, they
No.
lost to Wake Forest. Son
No.
of a bitch.
He's gonna say Duke. Watch.
Give me Virginia.
Virginia? All right, put in
Duke.
Virginia.
No, Duke.
Okay. All right. All right. Next one here. North Carolina at Wake Forest. Wake Forest is the favorite. Got to go with Wake Forest here. BC, who do you got?
I'll go with Wake Forest for that one.
Okay. B. Jones?
Same.
Okay. And Raul.
Yeah, same. I think Belichick's gonna be tired going into the game.
So you got Wake Forest?
Yeah, I got Wake Forest.
Okay. All right. Next one here is Utah at Baylor. Utah is the favorite, and I got to go with Utah here. B. Jones, who do you like?
Utah.
BC,
Utah.
Raul.
Yeah, I got Utah as well.
Okay. Next one here is Texas at Georgia. Georgia is the favorite. Got to go with Georgia here. BC, who do you like?
Where is it at?
At Georgia.
Give me Georgia.
Okay. B. Jones.
Georgia.
Raul.
Go Texas.
Oh, okay. Okay. I like it. Okay. Next one here is Mississippi State at Mizzou. Mizzou is the favorite, and I got to go with Mizzou here. B. Jones, who you like?
Mizzou.
BC.
Mizzou.
And
Where's that?
Raul.
Yeah, same.
All right.
Mississippi
Mississippi State?
Well,
No,
you said
no,
the
no.
President's picks, man.
It's gonna be the Missouri Tigers. So just go with them.
Wait, so you go Mizzou?
Yes, that's what I said.
Okay,
The same.
okay. Make sure. Thought I heard Mississippi State, so. Okay, we got three more. Next one here is TCU at BYU. BYU is the favorite, and I think they come back with a win after the loss of BYU for me. BC, who you got?
BYU.
Okay, B. Jones.
I just want to know why BC sounds so depressed picking these. these teams.
You guys are all picking the same thing.
You guys are picking the same thing.
I'll go with BYU, man.
You're the
Same.
one that's always last, Raul, so you're picking the same as us.
I was not picking the same as you guys. I already have my picks.
Maybe like
made up,
2
so
picks.
You have, so far, you only have one pick different, Raul.
I got 2. I got Texas and Clemson. I don't know what you guys talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, sorry. Yes, you're correct, too. Okay, B. Jones, who you got? BYU or TCU?
BYU.
Okay.
I got BYU. as
And,
well.
okay, all right. And then last two, this is B. Jones's favorite conference to play or pick with Boise State at San Diego State. San Diego State is the favorite. I gotta go with Boise State here. B Jones, who do you like?
I am going to disagree with you guys, and I'm going with San Diego State.
Okay, perfect. San Diego State. BC, who you got?
Where is this at? Is that San Diego State?
This is San Diego State.
Fine. Boise State.
Boise State. Okay, Raul.
I messaged you guys on Discord what I think of San Diego teams now.
Chris.
Let's just pick Boise State then.
Well, Boise, that's why I'm going Boise State myself.
Okay, Boise State it is. All right.
Okay, wait.
And then
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, go for it.
Oh, okay, no worries. All right, last one here is Wyoming at Fresno State. Fresno State is the favorite, and I gotta go with our good friend. Forgot his name, but our good friend, head coach there. Thank you, Ends. Fresno State. BC.
I mean, I guess I have nothing else to lose. I'm gonna go Wyoming.
All right, I like it. B Jones.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Ents too.
Okay, and Raul.
Yeah, I'll go with Fresno State as well.
Okay, well, there it is, guys. Our picks. Tune in Sunday to find out who is the official winner for Week 12.
Wait. Okay. I'm going back through all the games that we just picked right now, seeing if I need to switch anything, because I guess I need to make a move here somehow.
Hey, BC, your mom got a message for you.
Man, look what your mom said. Come on.
Sorry, Mom.
Can't support your uncle here. Yeah. Come on.
Did he, Uncle Vern, he played for the Bears too. Yeah. Whoops. What other teams?
You can still switch the pick. Just saying.
Yeah, that would be your one.
No, I'm switching. Okay, no, I'm going back over them all right now because I need to make some moves at this point because I'm not going to be able to win at all.
You're just going to make your record worse. You're going to go from 16 down to like.
I feel like you guys aren't aware of San Diego State's defensive rankings.
Yeah, they're terrible. They didn't do anything at Hawaii.
Let's see. What are the games that we went over, Guns?
So yeah, the games.
The Big Ten, but the FB.
So we went over the Clemson game, the Utah State, the Arizona, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Virginia, North Carolina.
I'm switching to Virginia. I'm switching back to Virginia.
Okay, switching back to Virginia. Okay, there it is. There it is, folks.
God damn it!
It's not a bad switch right there, though.
No, it's not.
You have a realistic chance of winning now.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Mom.
All right. Well.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't want to go San Diego State? You got a ground to make.
It is. What it is. Wait. Did you guys? Who is San Diego State playing?
Boise State.
Boise State.
Wait, who did you guys pick? You guys all picked.
I went Boise State. B Jones went San Diego State.
Yep, and I went Boise.
Damn
I did it for Uncle Vernie.
it.
So basically, if you're not trying to be last, BC, it's good to stick with Boise State because B Jones went San Diego State.
Okay.
So really, your competition right now is B Jones, and then then you once you get to third place, then it's Raul or whoever's in second place.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just trying not to be last.
Exactly.
So you picked Duke, right, B Jones?
He did.
Everyone went Duke.
He did.
Okay. All right. So I kind of feel good about that now. Okay. All right. Sorry, Mom, but I have to play the game. Okay, I have to play to win.
And just so you know, you two have 3 games difference. So you guys, that if you all win those 3 games, BC, you are not in last anymore. So
Mom,
it's a big week, brother. Big week.
No, not necessarily. He said 3 back, right? So he The only difference.
No,
is
he's only 2 back. He's only 2 back.
Oh, so he'll be tied for last.
If he wins all 3 of those games, he'll be ahead.
What 3
by
games?
1.
He has Virginia and Fresno State. That's it. Different.
And Boise State.
That's why. That's
B. Jones.
That's what.
He picked Virginia, he picked Boise State, and he picked Wyoming. Those 3 games
you pushed
are
it
different
Wyoming?
from what B. Jones has
I
picked.
picked Wyoming.
Oh shit.
No,
So yeah,
no.
I love Uncle Vernie. May he rest in peace. But
Raul's over there writing them down so he doesn't have to ask us every minute of the game.
well,
He's running it down.
Alex-
Make sure you
Alex-
John.
can you like take a screenshot and just like put it in the chat?
I'll see if I can. Normally the screenshots haven't worked. That's why I haven't sent them. So we'll see.
Okay.
See if I can get a good picture.
All right, because you know I ask all the time. So, and I'm
That's
not
right.
I'm not about to rewatch this and try to go back and go through all this. So, but yeah, that's going to be the show tonight. We'll be back on Sunday, and we'll be back for the post game. So, really appreciate Tory for being on the show. And yeah, definitely go ahead and subscribe to all of his platforms. Until next time, guys, keep the torch burning bright and fight on.
Fight on.